On that note, if anyone is a child of the 80s and does remember, God, some of the best video games from developers like Psygnosis and games like Out of This World and others like Virus, there were some fantastic games in what was probably the true first and only multimedia computer back in that genre and era. And that is the Amiga 500 was making a triumphant return. This is coming to us from New Atlas and basically saying that it's on its way, it's in development, and it will be here on store shelves 2022. Now, there's a lot going on here because basically, if you're a huge fan of multimedia computing, this was the baby, the brainchild. You might have had an Amstrad, you might have had something else, but this is 80s chic classic. This thing played all the great games. Another World, Alien Breed 3D. It's going to have Battle Chess installed on it. Speedball, which is probably one of the best of them all. A couple others. Worms, which was one of the first systems ever to debut a Worms game on it. Lemmings, I think, might be on there as well. But there's one caveat with this mini. They're saying that you're going to be able to install other games, real, old Amiga 500 games, via USB sticks, which is going to be another thing, which is going to be totally cool. Okay, they're also saying that it's going to support modern displays, 720p, 50 hertz or 60 hertz, and several scaling options with a CRT filter to make it look as authentic as possible, which is also really, really cool. So there's a quick video here. I mean, I don't really have to play that one because it's just kind of the introductory, but we do have a link directly here to Retro Games Limited, which is saying that they're now announcing the fact that this will be out and available on store shelves, but they're just waiting a little while. They still have to finish up some things. Now it's going to come with a classic Amiga mouse, which if you guys don't know, the Amiga was brought to you by the Commodore Corporation, so it was basically the follow-up to the Commodore 64 and some other models that they had. Wildly popular in Europe. And actually, you know what? I think I'll just play this video right here real quick and see what they got.
Peggy 12.
Let's see what they got. These guys also make a Commodore 64 Mini that's been out for a while.
I think that was one of the first computers I ever used, was Commodore 64. Yep. Doom.
So many games. Speedball. Yeah, that does look like some fun now, doesn't it? Yeah, that is pretty cool. So
Peggy 12.
Oh, they're going to replay it here. Don't want that again. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So that should be exciting. So now you didn't have a lot of experience with a lot of old retro gaming systems, did you? You weren't really into that fold, were you?
No, I played some games on the Commodore 64 as far back as that, but that's nothing earlier than that, really. Which was still pretty far back there, but yeah, nothing earlier than that. I mean, I did all the program your own games on Texas Instruments calculators when that was a thing, and obviously had all the Nintendos, all the way back to all the Nintendos, but had a geez, what is it? Dreamcast. I mean, there was a Jaguar. I mean, some older ones, but not quite as old maybe as the.
I still have my Jaguar and all the 64-bit games that came out with that, because that was a huge thing back in the day. A couple other things that they say about this system that they have printed on their website here says it's going to emulate the Amiga 500, 600, and 1200 series. You're going to be able to save and resume your games at any time, which is kind of cool. Also, multiple scaling options for the CRT filter, which we already talked about. A virtual keyboard and USB keyboard support, which is even better. And the best part is upgradable firmware. So I'm so excited for this thing to come out, because I think it was the Battle of Britain was a game that LucasArts did a long time ago, which was basically an air battle game that was fantastic on this. There was a bunch of the first EA simulations, like the flight simulations. F-16 Fighting Falcon was actually one of the first systems I ever played this on.
I had that. Yep.
So I think it was Monaco. No, not Monaco GP. It was Microprose Formula One, which was one of the first systems I ever played that on. Was on this, which I'm totally blown away. I can't wait for it to come out. I'm gonna find a way maybe to possibly pre-order this thing, but it looks like it's also gonna have HDMI, USB cables, USB Type C. There's a couple of other games that I want to get for the Commodore 64. I have to see how it's going to emulate inside of this, which is America's Cup, which is another great game that I loved back then. So, so much in that box, which totally excited for. So let us know what you think. If you're big Amiga fans, back in the day, there was the Atari ST, the Amiga 500. Those were huge competitors in Europe. So the guys over in Europe, the way I got mine was from a gentleman, a friend of mine who was from Sweden, and I bought it from him secondhand. So, I want it. I want it now. But hey, like, subscribe, follow. Let us know what you think. Super excited, and just wanted to bring that little tidbit of information out there as kind of a precursor of other things that we got going on. Okay.